Hey everybody, Andrew Douglas Lane here at the Douglas Moon Fragrance channel, where I give my honest thoughts and opinions as I review fragrances from the cheaper end all the way to the niche, luxurious, and expensive. And today I am reviewing something that's again a bit more on the expensive side, a bit more on the niche side, and definitely luxurious, especially when you see this bottle, which I think I just accidentally ruined the surprise with the cap. But we're doing from the 1861 collection by Xerjoff, Renaissance. I love these bottles. I love all Xerjoff bottles. But these ones in particular are so fancy. And if you can see on the back, they have like this gorgeous, like, I guess that's paisley. Paisley makes the girls go crazy. I don't know if you have ever seen James Acaster. He's an amazing British comedian. I think so, but he says that. But if you can see it, it's this amazing paisley design in the background. But Renaissance by Xerjoff. Let's talk about the price real quick, because I don't know what this translates to as far as US dollars, because I'm not a perfect guy at translating that kind of stuff. But it says on their website, because I can only see it in euros. I think that's euros or pounds. We're going to go with pounds. It says 245, I think, pounds, maybe euros. I'm not sure. So I know that at least in US dollars, that's money. It's like pretty expensive, but yet not the worst in the world, because it's 100 ml for a very luxurious, honestly, like all their fragrances are pretty much hardcore powerhouses. My personal experience at Xerjoff, like my number one favorite fragrance in the world, just telling you now, as a biased person, is Naxos. And then my second is 40 Knots. So my top two favorite fragrances are Xerjoff fragrances. So already I can tell you that I've got like 18, 19 different Xerjoff fragrances that I haven't even reviewed yet. Incredible, long lasting, almost every one of them is super radiant, super good sillage and projection, and extreme longevity. So the price versus the level of materials that Xerjoff uses and craftsmanship and uniqueness for each type of take they do, I would say this is honestly kind of fair. Still a lot higher than I would like to spend on things, because again, I'm a guy with a regular job, 40 hours a week, so I'm a cheapo. I got a family, mortgage, all that stuff. So overall, I would still say it's more expensive than I'd like to spend. But for the quality typically of their fragrances, they've never let me down. So let's read some marketing and talk about the notes. On their website for Renaissance, it says, authentically Italian in heart, body, and soul. Excuse me. Renaissance by Xerjoff is a sparkling bouquet of fruity accords, inspired by our rich heritage and homage to the glamour of our home country, because this is an Italian company. Renaissance represents the inspiring character of Italy, opening with fresh notes of Calabrian bergamot, mandarin, and lemon. An enchanting heart of Bulgarian rose, mint, and blossoming, Lily of the Valley represents the exquisite, varied beauty of Italy with classically warm, Xerjoff Renaissance base notes of cedarwood, patchouli, amber, and musk dance across the skin with impeccable delicacy. Very nice. Not the longest, that I've ever read. And so let's get into it real quick. Just another breakdown of the olfactory notes. Petitgrain, Bergamot, whatever that is, mandarin, lemon, Calabrian bergamot, which bergamot's one of my favorite fragrance profiles and materials in the world. Mint in the middle, lily of the valley, Bulgarian rose, and then musk, cedarwood, amber, and patchouli at the base. I don't see on here when this was originally released, but I believe that it's fairly recent, but I'm not entirely sure. So either way, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right off, this isn't my favorite Xerjoff, but I do love the 1861 line. Obviously, Naxos comes from that, but I'm growing to love this more because I don't love citrus fragrances, especially leaning towards a more lemon style typically. But this actually does it in like a familiar but yet ridiculously unique way. Or like I would say ridiculously familiar for a unique way. Sorry. I've done 6 or so videos today. My voice is starting to... That's attractive. But anyway, so this is interesting because a lot of times when you smell like Perseus, for instance, from Parfums de Marly, or like a lot of times when you get your nose on a citrusy lemon type of thing, like a light blue by Dolce & Gabbana, you're getting that vibe that the perfumer wanted you to get while still maintaining that lemony, lime, whatever type of overall citrus vibe they were going for. But the way they did the bergamot with lemon, the way they did bergamot with lemon in this coming out of the top is so true to the core, lemony, citrusy, bright feel. It just smells like actual, authentic, like if you were going for a store-bought versus organic, like true, just fresh out of the lemon is what you're getting. Let's test the atomizer. They typically have a really good, you can't see it through the camera, but if you ever experience the Xerjoff, they have a really good wide spray. It comes out dense and blast like a Kamehameha, as I always say. But it is so bright, citrusy, almost vinaigrette style at first. in a very gorgeous way. It smells extremely luxurious and yet familiar, like I said, because there's something about that lemon that's like truly, if you've ever had a glass of water or tea that's cold with lemon in it, that lemon comes through so strong at the top and yet starts to settle, and you're really, really getting that bergamot rind type of feel. I love like Earl Grey tea and things that have bergamot in it and that bergamot feel. And it comes through so beautifully blended in like an extremely luxurious way. And I'm not saying that again because I love Xerjoff and I'm biased. I'm being honest, like they are masters at what they do, at blending things and making things that so many other companies have already done their take on, and making it feel like it's worth the purchase to go with them because it has a different to it, like a different vibe. I actually am wearing this today. To be honest, even though I've already done other fragrance reviews, I saved this for the last one for me to review today because I already put like one shot on my neck, but I'm going to apply a few more to my wrist and then one more over here and on the shirt, because this is an extremely, like I said, powerful, long-lasting fragrance, and it's summertime creeping up on us. And this has really grown on me because those middle notes come through in the most beautiful way as it goes throughout the day, that when I first smell this, I like more sweet honey, tobacco, rummy type of things, more gourmand type of things with cinnamons and stuff like that. I like that kind of stuff more usually, even during the hot season. But I'm giving myself to try other things with more citrus notes just to see what I do like and what maybe is not for me. And honestly, a lot of citrus-based fragrances don't stick to my personal skin very well. But they have really knocked it out of the park with like the perfect blend with the musks and everything underneath. That this really does like hold and bond with the blending, those citrus notes, to just stay and smell so luxurious. I've not been to Italy yet. Honestly, the only other places in America that I've been with my wife, we went on our honeymoon to Munich, Germany, Nuremberg, all that stuff. And that was amazing. But haven't been to Italy yet, really want to. My wife's family is actually Italian. Her grandma's from Italy. Her dad and all that stuff like has strong Italian roots. And so I look forward to going there, and honestly, this feels like what I expect to smell when I get off the plane. If I don't smell Renaissance by Xerjoff when I get off the plane in Italy, I'm leaving. I'm just kidding. I can't wait to go. But this is just so, I feel like they really captured what they were going for with this, as they seem to always do. They don't miss. I'm going to give this a 9.3 out of 10. The reason is, it is fairly pricey, but still I think perfect for the overall material quality, longevity, projection, out of this world. But I don't think that every single person who wants a bright citrusy type of thing, there's a lot of people with more youthful noses who like that kind of stuff. This might be a little bit too mature for most people. But at the same time, if you're looking into Xerjoff, you won't be disappointed by this if you like other things by their line and you know what you're expecting going into this. So if you're not expecting gourmand, fougere, however you say it, and then bam, super, super bright lemon bergamot with vanilla and stuff like that. If you know what you're expecting, you will appreciate this, and you can definitely wear this spring, summer, and just absolutely love it. It's definitely that type of year's fragrance. So I definitely say 9.3, probably because I love the fragrance. But then again, you might think it's a 10. I just know that this type of profile is not my absolute favorite. So that's the only reason I'm not going all the way further up. But overall, again, price, fair enough for what it's worth. Good for a collection, especially if you already love Xerjoffs. And excellent for the spring and summertime. So Renaissance by Xerjoff in the 1861 collection, along with like Xerjoff, I think is how you pronounce it, and or Zephyro, and then Naxos and so forth. Very wonderfully done, very beautiful perfumery. Xerjoff pretty much never disappoints. So thank you guys so much for watching. Andrew Douglas Lane at the Douglas Moon Fragrance channel. I always try to tell you my honest thoughts. If you'd love to see more, I got so many more videos. I appreciate you guys all so much, and tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you'd like to see me review. If you smelled this, tell me what you think about it. And in general, if you've got anything to say, you're welcome. But if you don't like my videos, hey, look, we're all different here. We got our own opinions. But God bless each and every one of you. Everybody's always welcome here, no matter who you are, as long as we are giving acceptance and love to each other and trying to be welcoming, even if we disagree on things in general in life. Everybody here in my comments, this is a safe place, and I welcome you all. So thank you. I'll see you next time.